Yes. So good morning, everyone. Here I am Dr. Deepak Ganjiwale. I'm from Gujarat, and I'm working in a Sri Krishna Hospital, Karamsad Medical. So today we are talking about splinting techniques. I will share you all the PPTs and the videos through WhatsApp. So whatever the question you want to ask, you can ask through WhatsApp only, so that we can prevent the time here. So this seminar I have divided in two parts. In first part, I will take a small lecture through my PPT, and the second part, I will show you a live demonstration of making how to make a splint. So I will start some slide sharing. So just wait, I will show you the basic principles of the splintings. So you have to know the what is the basic principle. After then, we'll start to make a splint. Okay. So you can write down my email ID and the phone number also. So if you have any problem, then you can mail me or you can ask me through phone. So I'll start the splinting techniques. So you all know that the splinting is the supportive device to immobilize, fix, or prevent deformities or assist in motion. This is the normal goals and use of the splint, means why we are using the splint in a patient. So this is a basic structure. So prevent deformities caused by joint tightness or muscle contracture, right? So in that case, you can use a splint. Then protect weak muscle when muscle regain its function. Suppose like a patient has a fracture or wrist fracture or whatever the fracture. So after recovering, the patient remains some or needs some muscle regains. So that time we use a protective splint that can regain the muscles in their normal function. Provide the temporary support for a painful part, like a corrective splint or a protective splint. I will show you the different types of the splint later of this slide. So, like a burn case, that is the there is some. I think there's someone is open their video. Can you close it, please? Yeah, please mute your video and audio both. Okay. So provide the temporary support for a painful part. Place the hand in a correct position. Again, this is a positional splint, and suppose a cock of splint we can use for positioning of a hand. Help to transfer the power from one joint to other for smooth desired function. Like a dynamic splint, we can use through loops. We can transfer the force from one joint to other joint for desired functions. Now we'll see the different types of the splints. A splint may be a positional, a corrective, or a protective splint. Positional, like a splint, cock of splint, you can say. Like an wrist drop you are using, that is a positional splint. Corrective splint is the splint where there is some contracture and we have to remove that contracture. So by giving a different phase, we have used the corrective splint. Like you can say a serial casting is again a corrective splint. Now protective splint, like a burn case, you have to protect that area only. So we use a protective splint. And this all classification come under a static or a dynamic areas. Like a positional splint and the protective splint may become under static splint and the corrective splint may become a dynamic splint. Right? How I will show you the next slide, or when I will make the splint, I will show you. So this is the positional splint, or you can say the static splint, Cockop splint. This all are the splint made by me. Okay, this all of the photographs are original, not taken from any Google. Okay, so this is the corrective splint, or you can say is a full Cockop splint, where we have to maintain the, or we have to position the wrist in a proper area. This is a Bell's palsy splint. Again, this is a positional splint where we have to position the or correct the uh, mouth area. Like a Bell's palsy or a stroke patient, you have seen the mouth is become diverted one area. So this through this splint, we can make the proper position of the mouth. This is one of the antispastic splint of the lower extremity. Like a stroke patient, I've seen there's some tightness or maybe some spasticity in their TA area. So that time we have to require this antispastic splint. The one thing I think you have to know what is the difference between the contracture and what is the difference between the spasticity. After decide ki yes, what is the contracture and what is the spasticity, and that depend completion of that areas, and then we applied the splint only, because in corrective in contracture we have to use a different splint, and for spasticity we have used the different splint. So this is anti-spastic because patient has a spasticity in their lower extremity, not the contracture. Again, this is the positional splint. Wrist drop is there. So we use a Cockop splint. This is 3-point extension splint, which we have to use for a mallet finger, or sometimes we can use for a swan neck deformity, or maybe a Botner deformity also. I will show you how to make this splint here. During demonstration, I will make this splint. Okay. This is again a 3-point extension splint, which is made by a thermoplastic. This is again used for a finger correction, swan neck, Botner, or mallet finger deformities, or any deformity which is occurring in the fingers. Yeah, this one is a very interesting splint. This is made by a wire. I will show you which wire. Okay, this is a very basic splint, and this cost of this splint is not more than 5 rupees or 10 rupees. This is a low cost splint. I did a research also on that splint, and this is very effective splint. If you are going for any CBR project or going for any village, that time you require this type of splint to make a person. This is a Cockop splint which maintain the position of the wrist. It's very interesting splint. Mostly in my next lecture, on my next seminar, I will tell you how to make this splint. Many other splints are also which is made by this wire. Yeah, this is the corrective splint, which is made by the metal only, aluminum metal, and we have given different force over the fingers. This is again a corrective splint, which is made by aluminum. Yeah, this one is the wire splint. This is a, you can say this is a 3-point extension splint. If you see, this is a 3-point is 1 point is here, 1 point here, and 1 point here. So this is a 3-point extension, means 2 forces are coming from one direction and 1 force is coming from opposite direction. See this area and this area and this area. Okay, so 3-point extension. We can use this splint for swan neck or Botner deformity. This is the splint. Okay, so you can put a finger here, something like this. So this can prevent the patient some deformity, and then we'll move it in opposite direction. This will again help to, yes, this is extension deformity, and we'll move it. It will help for the flexion deformity. This is the knuckle bundle splint, which we can use in a claw hand, right? In a, suppose a patient has a median nerve or ulnar nerve deformity, that time we can use this claw hand on the knuckle bundle splint. This is again made by a small wire. This is a padded complete padding. Patient has suppose a sensory problem, that time we have to use a padding. This is a knuckle bending splint, 3-point extension. Again, 3-point extension. You can see the 1 point, 2 point, and this is the 3 point. This is the out trigger dynamic splint. Okay, this is made by again a wire. You have seen the flexion out trigger as well as the extension out trigger. We give a different loops through rubber bands, and we can give this splint in a, suppose the patient has a flexion cut or extension cut. So flexion tendon injury or extension tendon injury, in both of the cases we give a different splint, where we require a flexion, where we require the extension area. This is the opposite direction of that splint only. Now we'll go for a basic principle of the splinting. In wire splinting or in any splint you're making through either by the aluminum sheets or by making a thermoplastic. So the principle would be the same. So this is a constructive principle in which we have to give attention over the bone, alignment of the digits, arches of the hand, joints, ligaments, nerve and the blood supply, pieces and the skin of the hand, and sensory motor function of the hand. I will just give a brief area of all the construction principle. So bone. So avoid the pressure over the bony prominence area. Suppose the means the over the radial and the ulnar styloid process of pisiform area, the metacarpal head and the base of the thumb should be considered while we are molding the splint. So if you are molding through a thermoplastic, that time you have to consider this area and do not give the pressure over this area. Otherwise, the pressure source become started. Alignment of the digits. The normal alignment of the finger should be maintained. Like as I'm telling about the traction splint or the splint, the dynamic splint, we have to give a proper force about all the points. Right? A traction splint used to increase the finger flexion should not be originated from a single point at the wrist, but from 4 points that maintain the normal alignment of the finger when they flex simultaneously. Okay, I think this is all the very simple principles. Arches, the longitudinal and the transfer arch we have to maintain during the making the splint, and the arches should be free to increase the range of motion. We have not include the arches while making the splinting. The joints should not be overmoved, should be moved according to the need. All the static splint should be moved periodically because the prolonged use of the splint may cause the stiffness of the joint range of motion. The joints that do not require splint should not be limited or mobilized by the splint. Suppose आपको एक splint की requirement है जिसमें कि we have to involve the wrist only, or suppose we have to involve a finger only. So that time I think you do not involve the wrist also. You make the splint which is sufficient for the finger only. बहुत सारे केसेस अभी मैंने देखे जिसमें कि कॉक ऑफ स्प्लिंट यूज की जाती है जहां फिंगर का फ्लेक्शन नहीं हो पाता है ऐसा कंप्लीट. तो उस कंडीशन में क्या करते हैं कि पेशेंट को पूरा कॉक ऑफ नीचे से यहाँ से लगा करके पूरे एरिया 4 आर्म तक के एरिया तक उसको कवर कर देते हैं. बट अगर आपका सिर्फ फिंगर फ्लेक्शन नहीं हो रहा है, लॉन्ग फ्लेक्सस अगर यूज नहीं हो रही है प्रॉपर, तो अगर हम इस एरिया को थोड़ा डिक्रीज कर दें, रिस्ट के थोड़े एरिया को हम इन्वॉल्व करें, शॉर्ट एरिया को यूज करें, तो भी ये फंक्शन भी हमें इंप्रूव मिल जाएगा. सिर्फ हमें ध्यान रखना है कि रिस्ट को हमें एक्सटेंशन कंप्लीट देने का है और पीरियडिकली इसको हमें चेंज करते रहना चाहिए. सो वी कैन यूज अ रीइंफोर्समेंट आल्सो थ्रू एल्युमिनियम स्ट्रिप और द आयरन स्ट्रिप एट द बेस ऑफ द स्प्लिंट, और उस जो आयरन होगा या फिर जो एल्युमिनियम स्ट्रिप्स होगी उसको आप धीरे धीरे मूव करते रहो डिफरेंट एंगल्स पर. सो यू कैन रिमूव द कॉन्ट्रैक्चर ऑफ द रिस्ट जॉइंट. पर ध्यान रखने का कि जितना इन्वॉल्वमेंट है सिर्फ उतनी स्प्लिंट बनाने की, बड़ी स्प्लिंट को नहीं बनाने का है. ओके, तो छोटी स्प्लिंट बनेगी सो इट विल लुक अ गुड. अगर बड़ी स्प्लिंट बनेगी आई डोंट थिंक इट विल लुक अ वेरी गुड. सो छोटी स्प्लिंट बनाओ, आप स्मॉल साइज की स्प्लिंट बनाओ, ठीक है. जितना रिक्वायरमेंट हो, जिस ज्वाइंट को फोर्स देने का है उस ज्वाइंट को फोर्स दो, जिस ज्वाइंट को मेंटेन रखना है उस ज्वाइंट को मेंटेन रखो, जितना रेंजेस चाहिए सिर्फ उतने रेंजेस को मेंटेन रखो आप, बाकी दूसरे ज्वाइंट्स को इन्वॉल्व ना करो. Ligaments, of course, the length of the ligament should be maintained. The blood supply, we have to remember that the pad of the finger should be free during the splinting, during the splint, so that the hand blood supply should be regular. Effective splint can use add a good circulation. Poor splint can limit the circulation. If you've seen any splint, suppose there's a splint through which we have using, it will become the too much tight and then become the rashes over the areas. So that will stop the blood circulation. We have to stop that blood circulation, right? So blood supply should be maintained during the splinting. Remove the splint after some short period. Now the creases used for the splint for the boundaries. The end of the creases, suppose we have the creases over the palmar crease or over the thenar crease. So that crease we can use for molding the splint area only. Okay. So proper padding should be done to avoid any injury over that creases. The distal end of the splint should be rolled out. Sensory motor, of course, the extra padding should be required for if the patient has some sensory problem. No sharp point should be present. Now we'll go for the procedure. Before procedure, I will show you the tools and the material which we have used during the splinting. Okay. So we'll start with the basic material. So this is a basic material. This is called thermoplast. Okay. Low temperature thermoplastic. This in the diameter, I think it is 2.4 diameter, 2.4 mm thermoplastic. Again, this is again a thermoplast. This is again a 2.4 mm diameter thermoplast. And this is again a thermoplast. This is a 3.2 mm thermoplast. 3.2 mm thermoplast we can use in making a splint for the elbow or for the lower limbs, where we have the 2.4 mm we can use for a finger splint or the any hand splint. Okay. This is the rivets which we use by making a splint. There are two parts of the rivets. One is the male and the second the female parts of the rivets. I think you all can see it. Okay. This is the Ethaflex. This is 2 mm Ethaflex sheet which can use for padding only. Okay. This is a punch through which we have to punch an area and use the Velcro. There is some other material I will show you. Yes. This one is the Velcro. Okay. This is a 1 inch Velcro. And this is 2 inch Velcro. Velcro has two surfaces, soft and hard surface. This one is a drill machine. Okay, hand drill machine. The drill bit is there, and this is the handle area of the drill machine. Hammer, plier, scissor and cutter. Okay. Of course, this is the wire which we use for making a splint of the fingers. This splint is made by this wire only. Heat gun we can use. Yes, of course. The cock of splint which I make by the wire now, this is that wire. I think you have seen this is the hanger only. Okay. So through hanger you can make a splint also. So this is the cock of splint which is made by a hanger only. Okay. And this is the outrigger splint which is made by the hanger only. So in my next lecture I will give this information about this splinting. Now we'll go for a procedure. So I will make a splint here. The 3-point extension is splint only, which is made by the thermoplastic. So we required approximately 2 or 3 inches and 1 inches width area of the thermoplast to make a hole here through our drill machine, right? And I will cut this extra area of the part. So I will make it over one of my colleagues. Is Dr. Bhavin Patel. Please mute your audio. I think someone has a. Yes. All, please mute your audio and video. Okay, so let's start the process.
Garlic.
Okay. So we cut the piece of this thermoplast, and now we have to mold it. So we are using the heat gun and we mold it. You can use a dry heat or the wet heat. Dry heat you can use through a heat gun only. So this is almost done. We are using the water here. So see, this all easily is melted. We take it the normal temperature and then we'll start to put it over the finger. I think you all have seen it. I will send you the video of this print also on their group. Let's remold it. Okay. We left it for the dry. Give a proper marking. Wait for 2-3 minutes. So will become dry and will take a proper shape. एक बार शेप आ जाता है उसके बाद आप उसको रिमूव कर सकते हो इजिली. So see, I remove it, fine, and we'll cut it where we have to mark it. So we will get a this mold only. Okay. So this mold you will get, and you can use this splint for a mallet finger or for a swan neck or Botner deformity also. Okay. Now we have to check either it is properly fixed or not. Yes, now it is. It's completely fixed. Okay. We'll go for a Velcro. You make a mark here only. Okay. So this is the central area of the splint. Of course, over the edges we have to give a finish work, right? And we have to mold it in the opposite direction slightly. Then we use a heat gun. We just mold it a bit. See. Of course, the opposite area also we have to now it is almost ready. Now we are using the Velcro over this splint so that we can put it in a finger properly. Okay. We are using the Velcro. We required the half-inch Velcro only, so we cut it. Two Velcro area we have to cut it from center. Okay. We just इनको अपन सेट कर ले थोड़ा दोनों वेलक्रो को और इसको हम डायरेक्ट स्प्लिंट पर इसको स्टिक कर देंगे. So we stick it over the splint, something like this. Give a small hit. And stick it here. Now the splint is almost ready. If you require some extra reinforcement or extra power, then you make a hole here and use the rivets and put it. Maintain the proper positioning of this splinting. So this is almost, see, this is the splint. Okay. Now we are using over the hand. The extra Velcro we have to cut it. Yeah. So this splint has made. This is something like a 3-point extension splint also. You can use for a mallet finger, for swan neck, and for a Botner deformity also. Yeah. So this is one of the splint, and the second splint I will show you by which we can make through a wire only. Now the second splint. Thank you. So second splint I will make through the wire, and that's a splint we can use over the finger only. This is the 8 square splint. This is something like this. So we required it here a wire. This wire we want, okay, and the wire we required approximately 6-inch wire is sufficient for making this splint. So we cut it. Cut this wire. If you want, then you can go for a padding also. So after padding, we will make it. Okay. I think it is visible to all of you. Okay. For padding purpose, we required of adhesive. Recall. It's called rubber adhesive. Okay. Record Ethaflex here. Just keep this फेविकॉल over the Ethaflex. Ethaflex पे easily आप फेविकॉल लगा सकते हो. And then let him to dry. क्योंकि ये रबर एडिसिव ऐसा होता है जिसको आपको इमीडिएटली स्टिक नहीं करना होता है, उसको ड्राई करना होता है. तो नॉर्मल फेविकॉल आप यूज करते हो पेपर पर, वो आप इमीडिएटली उसको जब वेट होता है तभी इसको यूज कर लेते हो. बट यहाँ पर हम इसको छोड़ देंगे थोड़ा ड्राई होने के लिए. It is almost dry. Now we use this wire for this Ethaflex, the center of the Ethaflex, and then we properly pad it. And then just cut it as much as you require. Cut it. Okay. So now we have a complete padded wire. I'm going to mold it. This is a very tricky which you have to learn how we'll mold it. So for molding, you require a proper mold area. See what I'm using. This is a backboard, you know, we are using in our department for activities. So I use a simple pipe, right, for this area, and now I'm going to mold it. See what I'm doing. Just hold it and then move it. Move, move, and give a 2 round, 1 and second. Okay, and then remove it. Give a proper pressure and make the splint, and then remove it from here. And now the trick is how to open this. If you are trying to open in a wrong direction, then ये splint आपकी पूरी खराब हो जाएगी. So opening करने के लिए जो end start हुआ है और जो end खत्म हुआ है, उसके उस एरिया पर आपको होल्ड करना है, and then open it, something like this. We open it and now the splint is ready. और ये आप पेशेंट के फिंगर में इसको आप, जब पेशेंट के फिंगर में यूज करना हो तो स्लाइड इसको थोड़ा सा हम मोल्ड करेंगे, पेशेंट के फिंगर में इसको हम इंसर्ट करेंगे, एंड देन उसके बाद जो डायरेक्शन अपने को चाहिए, जितना एक्सटेंशन चाहिए उतने एक्सटेंशन में इसको हम खींच देंगे. सो नाउ देयर इज नो फ्लैक्शन. ओके, जब निकालने का होगा पेशेंट को स्पिन, हैव टू जस्ट मोल्ड इट एंड रिमूव इट. ओके, suppose the patient has some deformity in flexion, then we have to give in opposite direction, move it. Okay, and then again mold it in both direction, this one and this one. Okay, now the extension is restricted. In some direction is flexion, some direction is extension. Means swan neck and bottom deformity, both you can prevent this splint only, and the cost of the splint is very less. If this whole wire, you know, this whole wire is used, which I purchased approximately 30 rupees only, fine. And the splint which I made through a trick or through our experience, the cost of this splint is become 50 rupees, right? So you can say that 30 rupees wire, say you can earn up to more than 3 to 4,000 rupees. This is the costing of the splint. On the same way, the thermoplastic sheet or the hanger which we are using, the cost of this hanger is only 5 rupees or 10 rupees, not more than. And the splint which I made, this is the splint, the outrigger splint, flexion outrigger, extension outrigger splint. If you're going to use in a market, so its cost become more than 500 rupees. Okay, so you can imagine how effective splinting in our profession. Correct? So now right now I'm closing this area and the slide. There are 31 participants. I think Zoom is allowed only 31 participants here. So whatever the question you have, you can just WhatsApp me, और जिसको कोई लगता है कि रिक्वायरमेंट है तो कॉल भी कर सकता है मेरे को. ठीक है, आई थिंक इसमें जो पार्टिसिपेंट. हेलो,
हाँ, गुड मॉर्निंग सर.
गुड मॉर्निंग
सर. कुछ क्वेश्चंस चैट बॉक्स में है यहाँ पर जूम के ऊपर, अगर आप आंसर करें तो.
कहाँ पर होंगे क्वेश्चंस, हमें एक बार देखना पड़ेगा.
इट्स इन पार्टिसिपेंट्स. इट्स इन पार्टिसिपेंट्स.
Okay, I think that is the best way ki if you are sending me a question in WhatsApp only, so that because the time limit is there in the Zoom classes now, there is limited time. Fine. So by seeing this all, and I will send the videos also. If you require any specific question, you can send me. If the chat is there, every bit I will see if there is some question or not. Okay, from Dr. Sampos. What are the indication and the contraindication of wire positioning splint? Okay, so see, condition, indication and the contraindications depend upon the patient to patient. If the patient has some sensory issue and the patient is not affordable, that time you can use a wire splint, because we have all type of patient. बहुत सारे पेशेंट ऐसे आते हैं जो कि अफोर्डेबल होते हैं, बहुत सारे पेशेंट जो अफोर्डेबल नहीं होते हैं, ठीक है। और इंडिकेशन में जैसे अगर आपको सिर्फ फिंगर के लिए यूज करना है, 3 पॉइंट एक्सटेंशन यूज करना है, तो वायर स्प्लिट सबसे बेस्ट होती है। आप उसमें थर्मोप्लास्टिक स्प्लिट यूज मत करो, क्योंकि थर्मोप्लास्टिक स्प्लिट में ना यू कैन नॉट मेक पोजिशनिंग। अभी सपोज करो हमें इस पोजिशन पर फिंगर को, सपोज करो हमें स्मॉल पोजिशन पर रखने का है, तो हम इसको कम कर देंगे, इसके रेंज को, जहां रिक्वायरमेंट चाहिए, फिर उसके अकॉर्डिंग हम इसको धीरे धीरे इंप्रूव करते जाएंगे और फुल एक्सटेंशन में डाल देंगे। तो ये इंडिकेशन होगा पेशेंट का। अगर फिंगर की यूज कर रहे हो, फिंगर के लिए स्प्लिंट, तो वायर स्प्लिंट सबसे बेस्ट होती है। अगर पेशेंट अफोर्डेबल नहीं है तो आप यूज करो वायर स्प्लिंट, ठीक है। काउंटर इंडिकेशन ये हो सकता है कि अगर सेंसरी इश्यू है पेशेंट को, दैट टाइम यू हैव टू चेक कि उसको कितनी सेंसरी इश्यू हो रही है, तो वायर स्प्लिंट उस कंडीशन में उसको देने लायक है कि नहीं है। अगर आपको देना ही है वायर स्प्लिंट, पेशेंट अफोर्डेबल नहीं है, तो आप इसमें एक्स्ट्रा पैडिंग करो, पैडिंग करने के बाद फिर उसको आप यूज करो, ठीक है। वी धीरज सुतार, सर वी नीड टू नो how can use this splint in swan neck deformity. So I will show you now this 3-point extension splint. You can use the swan neck deformity and the Botner deformity in both direction. आप एक डायरेक्शन में इसको यूज करो, दूसरी डायरेक्शन में ऐसा यूज करो। पेशेंट को पहले फाइंड आउट करो कि हाइपर एक्सटेंशन किस जॉइंट में है, पीआईपी में है कि डीआईपी में है, उसके अकॉर्डिंग फिर आप इसके जॉइंट्स को मूव कर दो। जिस जॉइंट पर एक्सटेंशन आ रहा हो उस पर अपन इस पॉइंट को रखना होगा, इतना ध्यान रखने का। तो ये पॉइंट
Sir, I was talking about that first print what you made.
Yes, Dheeraj is there.
Yes sir, मैं पहली स्प्लिंट की बात कर रहा हूँ जो आपने पहले बनाई थी।
फर्स्ट स्प्लिंट, ओके, थर्मोप्लास्टिक स्प्लिंट,
या
चलिए पूछ रहे हो।
यस सर।
तो इसको देखो, इसको भी आप दो डायरेक्शन में यूज कर सकते हो, ठीक है। एक तो डायरेक्शन जो है आपको मैंने बताया था कि आप देखो इसको अपोजिट डायरेक्शन में भी ऐसा भी यूज कर सकते हो इसको, राइट, और इसको आप इस डायरेक्शन में भी यूज कर सकते हो, दोनों डायरेक्शन में इसको यूज कर सकते हो, डिपेंड अपॉन द पेशेंट टू पेशेंट। एक्चुअली इसको मैलेट फिंगर की प्रॉब्लम आ रही तब इसको आप बेसिकली यूज करो, और इसके जो कंटूर फॉर्मेशन हुए साइड साइड में, इसको आप हिट करके इसके डायरेक्शन को चेंज करते जाओ, इसको अप करते जाओ आप जितनी रिक्वायरमेंट है उसके अकॉर्डिंग, ताकि स्प्लिंट को आप अपने तरीके से यूज करना सीखो। पेशेंट के रिक्वायरमेंट के हिसाब से स्प्लिंट को आप टर्न कर दो, टर्न को मतलब कि पेशेंट को ऐसा भी यूज करो, ऐसा भी यूज करो, जहां रिक्वायरमेंट है इसको कंटूर को फॉर्मेशन करके इसको डाउन भी कर सकते हो आप, इसको अप भी कर सकते हो आप। अगर आप में लगता है कि मैलेट फिंगर के लिए यूज करना है तो मैलेट फिंगर को, हाँ बोलिए
सर, थंब के लिए भी यूज कर सकते हैं क्या इसको?
हाँ ऑफ कोर्स, थंब के लिए भी इसको यूज कर सकते हो, डिपेंड अपॉन द पेशेंट टू पेशेंट। आप थंब को उसको मोल्ड करो, थंब के ऊपर मोल्ड करो, थंब जैसा मोल्ड हो जाएगा ये, ठीक है। थंब के लिए हम एक शॉर्ट ओपोनेंस आप लोग को माय नेक्स्ट स्लाइड में आप लोग को बतलाएंगे कि ओपोनेंस स्प्लिंट कैसे बनाई जाती है, ठीक है। तो उसमें थंब की सारी स्प्लिंट्स मैक्सिमम कवर कर देंगे हम, ओके। और कौन से क्वेश्चंस हैं इसमें, एक मिनट हम चेक कर लें। We need to use the splint in swan neck deformity. What method to use the charges of the splint? Okay, so charges depend upon the, suppose karo, this is a very important question I think. When we are using this thermoplastic sheet now, so there is some dimension of this sheet, okay. The cost of the sheet is approximately 3,500 rupees or something, 3,000 rupees, right? So you have to take a cost according to the per square inches cost, okay. So per inches square cost is include your room charges, electricity charges, right, your making cost charges, and depend as well as your professional charges. So as per my view, what I did a calculation, so as per this charges of per square inch is approximately 24 rupees for 2.4 mm sheet, and for 26 rupees for a 3.2 mm sheet. It depends upon the area to area, of course. You are working in a Coimbatore or NIH or from the Calcutta or Delhi, Mumbai, that time the shop charges जो क्लिनिक आप ओपन कर रहे हो उस क्लिनिक में आप कितना रेंट दे रहे हो उसके अकॉर्डिंग इस चार्जेस को आप चेंज कर सकते हो, ठीक है। जो भी चार्जेस आप कर रहे हो उसके ऊपर प्लस यू कैन change, take your professional charges like 250 rupees, 500 rupees, whatever. Okay, so plain cock-up splint, I have a small splint. Just wait, I will show you. Wait. This is a cock-up splint which I made. Okay, so this cock-up splint is made by a thermoplastic sheet that is 11 by 5. Okay, 11 into 5 इंचेस की जो हमने शीट ली और जब उसका हम कॉस्टिंग निकाले पर इंचेस स्क्वायर के हिसाब से, तो ये कॉस्टिंग निकल के आई अप्रोक्सीमेटली 1500 रुपीज, 1500 रुपए इसके चार्ज निकल करके आए. नाउ यू कैन इंक्लूड योर प्रोफेशनल चार्ज ऑल्सो. 1500 के ऊपर आप अपना प्रोफेशनल चार्ज इंक्लूड कर लो, सो दैट विल बिकम अ 2000 रुपीज और 2.5 व्हाटएवर, जो भी आपको चार्जेस पे करना है पेशेंट से लेने का है, आप उसको यूज कर सकते हो. दिस इज अ स्मॉल एल्बो स्प्लिंट, राइट. छोटे बच्चे की स्प्लिंट है, इसको यूज किया गया है. जब एल्बो का कॉन्ट्रेक्चर डेवलपमेंट होता है तब हम इस स्प्लिंट को यूज करते हैं. तो ये भी जो अप्रोक्सीमेटली इसकी कॉस्ट निकल के आई, हमने ये लेंथ और ये लेंथ को लिया और उसके अकॉर्डिंग जो हम कॉस्टिंग करके निकाले, जिसकी कॉस्ट निकल के आई 700 रुपीज. ओके, ऑन द सेम वे व्हेन वी आर यूजिंग अ A4, okay, this is the molding area only required, the all the process remaining. So this cost approximately 3000 rupees, right? So through a small sheet, what a rough calculation I will tell you. Okay, if you are using a sheet of this 36 by 46 sheet, so through this thermoplastic sheet you can earn approximately 12,000 rupees. So you are spending 3,000 rupees, and on the other way you are getting a 12 or 15,000 rupees through that small sheet. Why I'm telling you about this all things? See, because OT प्रोफेशन में ये सबसे एक बड़ा ही इंपॉर्टेंट एरिया है अपना, जिसको हमें मेंटेन करके रखने का है. ठीक है, और अगर आपको ये कोर्सेस अगर करने का है तो इसके कुछ सर्टिफिकेट कोर्स भी होते हैं. ठीक है, जो सर्टिफिकेट कोर्स हमारे यहाँ पर हमने अभी स्टार्ट किया है, आई विल शो यू. मोस्टली ब्रोशर इज देयर. वेट, no, right now I do not have the brochure here. Okay, it. So this is a brochure, okay, certificate course in sprinting which we have started here. Okay, this is a 1 month course actually, and 2 or 3 candidates I'm taking in a batch. Okay, so right now approximately 12 batches has completed the certificate course. Now I'm planning for the next batch after this lockdown, right? And we are also planning online course, right? So through this online course you can join this course. Means online I will teach you all the splinting, and for 2 or 3 days you have to come here as per the management decide here. So 2 or 3 days आपको यहाँ पर आकर के जो बेसिक स्प्रिंटिंग है, हैंड टू हैंड स्प्रिंट आप पेशेंट को उसको बनाओ, लाइव करो, और उसके बाद फिर कंप्लीट करो स्प्रिंटिंग को. तो अगर जिसको इंटरेस्टेड हो वो कैन कॉल मी ओवर द माय व्हाट्सएप नंबर. Okay, I think there is what is the method to charge? Okay, sir, thank you. Fine. I don't think there is no other questions, right? Fine. So right now I'm just closing it. In my next lecture, on my next seminar, I will tell you how to make the splint through this wire. Okay. So I will send you the schedule and all things, meetings ID. Till then, wait. Thank you.